Deadland Rising is an apocalyptic zombie horror book written by Rachel Aukes and serves as third installment in the Deadland Saga. Now, the story does continue with Cash Clutch and survivors of Camp Fox as they make their way to a new haven called New Eden, and they have to defend their new home from new threats. Definitely one of the best conclusions to a great series. I definitely loved it. Now, as far as the characters are concerned, Cash, Clutch, Jace, completely badass. They are a great team, and I like the fact that Grizz has now joined this special team between these three and become a part of their family. They work so well together. Not only is the dialogue great between them, especially the smart ass remarks, which is hilarious in so many instances, but also the decisions, how you see these characters have each other's backs. When they're separated, you can kind of see that they're disappointed because they're so used to depending on themselves. And I like how they have to kind of deal with, now they have to deal with an even bigger place where they have to put all of their skills, not for themselves now, but they have to use it to protect New Eden, which is a great place. Justin, who leads New Eden, is just a great character. The man's so charismatic. He's so thoughtful, and I like that about his character. He has vision, he has purpose, and he sees that vision. He wants his people to just get there, and I really appreciated his character. Man was really great. We have other great characters as well. We have Marco. We have characters like Zach. There are a lot of great new characters introduced in this story, and they're all pretty cool. Also, another character I do like that I want to point out is Hallie, because Hallie now is kind of hung on to Jace. So Jace kind of has a girlfriend. So and now she's kind of becoming a part of the family, even though she isn't as skilled as the others are. So it's pretty cool seeing that. Now you got Clutch and you have Cash, whose romantic relationship is again fleshed out even more in this. It is more prominent, and it does come to a very satisfying conclusion between these two. And as I've said, you got Hallie and Jace, and it's great to see that Jace is a young man. Now he has his girlfriend, and you can kind of see how it kind of mirrors Clutch and Cash's relationship. Again, there are a lot of great characters that do end up dying in this book, and you will be kind of disappointed because they come through so much. You come to like those characters, and they do pass. And again, it's unfortunate, but it does make for a very compelling and an emotionally inspiring read. Rachel Aukes again does it with great characters, great dialogue, great backstory, just great dynamic altogether. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, definitely deserves it. Now, aside from the zombie threat, there are other things that do threaten this group this time around. First, we have winter, where they have to fight against the cold, finding shelter, and food and supplies, which are dwindled, you know. And then there's also the wild dogs now that are just becoming just as feral and just as vicious as the zombies themselves. Wolves and dogs sitting here starving, eating up anything, including the zombies that become feral and just ferocious. And now the characters have to deal with these wild dogs, as well as have to take New Eden and themselves on these different missions that they end up undertaking. So the wild dogs are actually a pretty good antagonist outside of the zombies, and they do a great job. I feel like in this book, it's not really the zombies that are the threat. Mostly, I think it's the virus that fleshes out itself more, which does happen to come out in the form of the wild dogs, as it did in Deadland Harvest, where the fish that ate the dead bodies that was in the water became kind of an issue, especially when it comes to the food. And then there is the plot where they have to deal with thieves attacking them, trying to take their supplies and stuff, as well as the government, which I love how the government kind of played as an antagonist. And even though they had their reasons and in their mind made sense, you know, it kind of shows you how much people with power and how much the government situation like this could be complete douchebags. But it does again come to a very satisfying conclusion. Also, one thing that was pointed out in this book, and I think it was a great way to introduce this, is the scientific explanation theory behind the virus itself. I like how they did explain it, how it spread so fast, how these new zombies, which are reintroduced again, how they are explained, and how this could possibly lead to a vaccination from the virus. As in the previous 2 books, Rachel Aukes ends up implementing the 7 virtues as the foundation for the setting of the story, and she does it in a great and effective way. But having said that, this is definitely a great read. In the end, Deadland Rising is a terrific conclusion to a terrific series. The characters are great. There are so many great impactful moments. The story is great. The writing, Rachel Aukes is awesome. She does a completely great job with this. And for those who want to know a little bit about Benji, there's a little side story in the back. And once again, Benji's completely cool. So Deadland Rising definitely deserves a 5 out of 5. Definitely a great read. If you enjoyed 100 Days in Deadland, if you enjoyed Deadland Harvest, you would definitely enjoy Deadland Rising. It is just worth the ride. There are so many suspenseful moments. There are great characters. It just comes to just a great conclusion. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, have you read Deadland Rising and what did you think about it? Did you think as a conclusion, it pretty much tied up all of its loose ends as well as a pretty good and stable explanation as to the virus? Leave me in the comment section below, guys. And to the next video, NarikChase, signing out.